Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 744, and let's see what we can find. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. This is a channel where I penny roll hunt on a daily basis. Kind of like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. A penny roll a day keeps boredom away. Nice. Very good. I feel like I'm going backwards. Okay. A lot of copper. I always say a lot of copper, and then it ends up being not a lot of copper. This one actually appears to be a lot of copper. I'm going to say there's at least 10 copper pennies in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm going to say at least 10. All right, let's see what we find. It's so weird because depending on, I'm looking at the little marks over here under the U. What is this? And it's a little too damaged, too dark for me to put in my tube. There's some days that I wake up and I'm on point. And I feel like nothing's going to get by me. I see that little blip. It's a weak something. And I think today's going to be one of those days. I do take my vitamins, which I have become a firm believer in. I've always taken vitamins, but I always stopped. This is the first time in my life that I've stayed committed to taking vitamins. Like, I make sure I always have them, and I do my research on them. And anyway, I'm going to attribute some of my alertness to that. All right, here's our first, and I was not counting this as one of our, maybe I was. Very nice. Looks like it has a light dye clash, but the condition is minty fresh. Might even have some polish lines around the date. All right, nice way to start. And then we go to this 1960 Denver, which is a variety. Unfortunately, is totally destroyed. That will go in our damaged penny roll. 19. Yeah, there's a lot of copper in here, man. There's a lot of copper here. There's a lot of copper in this penny roll. And even though that's what I want to see and what you want to see, I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know. I always talk about my let me look at that under the loop. It looks like a little bit like strike through. And it's got heavy, those are 3 heavy bag strikes on the reverse. Let me look at that under the loop. To me, that's a strike through. Unfortunately, the coin's not in the best of condition. Has some corrosion. Yeah, so let me know in the comments below if there is something that you look for that's different than what I look for. I love to get other people's thoughts and goals and dreams and aspirations in the comments below. Please feel free to leave them there. Anywho, yesterday I was watching one of my subscribers. I believe he's a subscriber of mine. If not, he has a very similar name to a subscriber of mine. Let me check. Hold on. So I know this is a little random, but these are my top lifetime subscribers, and I'll give a very quick shout out to them. We have the coin collecting fun guy. He has. Let me see if I can go a little bit further out. He's been one of my. He was one of my first. Oh, it says right here, December 25th, 2023. I remember him. He had about 25,000 subscribers, and he has grown 15,000 subscribers since then. I had about 1,000 subscribers, and I've grown over 20. So I've grown a little faster than him, which I hate to say. I like the guy and everything. I'm glad I grew a little faster than him. He only does a few shorts a day. He doesn't do any long videos or very few long videos. So, but he has a much older channel. So anyway, I'm going into other stuff. Coin Era, Lana, Kali the Talking Wolf. That's August. Two Sheds Gabby's been with me for a long time. Since shout out Two Sheds Gabby. Save the Feral Kitten. The Stamp Guy. The Stamp Guy is one of my subscribers. Shout out to the Stamp Guy. He's got a great channel. Epoxy, Grout and Forum, Sports Card. Shout out to the Sports Card guy's been with me since January 2023. January 2023. Yeah, that's right. Yep. DJ Skills, Dad Hunts Coins, Steven the Evangelist, not sure what's cooking, been with me for a while. All these people been with me for a long time. These Will's Treasures, Chronic Eats, Compra y Venta de Moneda, which means buying and selling coins or money. Sun Lee, Mandy's Candies, been with me for a while. Okay, PF Numismatics, he's been with me for a while. 2023, man, November 2023. Long time, man. Rick Howell, JK Retro Games, Digging the Space Coast. These people have serious channels. Anyway, I was just seeing. I was looking to see if I had the other person was here, and I don't see them. Let me go just one more very quickly. I'm only looking because I was going to talk. Okay, this is who I was thinking of. I think JP Coins. Okay, so it's not J. It's not. I knew I had somebody with like JRP Coins. No, but this person, the person who I was watching yesterday, I think is JR Coins also, but they had more subscribers than 744. Shout out to JR Coins. He's been with me for a lot of people been with me for a long time, man. And I guess the other reason I showed it is to let my audience hey man, I know who you guys are. I know who you guys are. I pay attention. I remember. And I'm appreciative. I remember and I'm appreciative. Okay, yeah. So the guy yesterday was JR Coins. not JRP Coins, who's one of my subscribers, and he did a return from sending his coins out to get graded. Oh, he has some wicked coins, man. Wicked coins. And 1970 Denver. It's the S that is the whoa. Pretty cool. It is the S that is the variety. Comes in small and large date. And 88. No flared G. And I have to say, I find that aspect of, well, it's a beauty. Too bad it's got a little environmental damage. That aspect of the hobby, very, very fascinating. I have sent out only one coin to get graded, and it came back unable to grade. And of course it did, which I had no idea why at the time, because I didn't know what I was doing. Not that I know what I'm doing now, but I know a lot more. I'm much more educated in the area. Anyway, and it had stuff on it that would not allow them to grade the coin, of course, which again, I know that now. Look at this. I don't like when my desk gets dirty like that. Another 88. No flared G. He has some like MS-60s Indian head sense. It was nuts, man. Nuts. And he really, really had a very good understanding. And in his comments, there were people who were leaving comments that were very, very knowledgeable about, like, he sent some Mercury dimes and Roosevelts. He sent some coins in that were in like these old fashioned type of, not, types of holders to get reholded. And he was getting comments like, "Hey, why'd you do that for?" Like in my mind, I was like, "Yeah, you're getting rid of those old." Because in sports cards and TCG cards, old holders are not desirable. First of all, as opposed to a coin, a card is made out of paper, and if a holder is, let's say, 10, 15, 20 years old, and you see the the paper for the description at the top is old and looking and wrinkled, you really don't know if the card was stored correctly. And when they reholder it, if it does not meet the conditions of the grade that's in the holder, they won't grade it. And that's a chance that you take. So a lot of people they want fresh holders or reholdered sports cards or TCG cards, Pokemon cards, and the like. But in coins, it's different. They love these old, and even he had to acknowledge in the response to those comments, "Yeah, you're right. I should have kept it there." That's what a flared G looks like. If you find an 88, you can see it's just a little thicker, and it has a flare, of course. This is a really nice Lincoln Memorial, shiny. I will hold on to this one. And so far we have 7 copper pennies. No, we have 8. I'm sorry. So yeah, we're gonna make the over 10 for sure. 1995. Also pretty shiny. I'll hold on to that one too. Yeah. Here's number 9. And, oh, an 82 Denver. Why couldn't you be the small date? Uh, even with the ring of death, it wouldn't have mattered. It still would have been a $250,000 penny. All right. 82 Denver. A large date, unfortunately. Anyway, I really enjoyed watching the video, and that aspect of, I would love to do more stuff like that. I can see the channel morphing later on at some future point. I'm gonna throw that one out. That's probably, these are the pennies that were getting all the dirt on the table. Yeah, throw those out. That's all right. And coin grading is really one of the more, in my opinion, from what I've read, it's one of the focuses of numismatics is coin grading. And it's probably, it's one of the easiest aspects of numismatics. At the same, it's one of the most focused on. And when I say the easiest, I mean, how long can it take to get a bunch of coins and to start guessing the grade? Not too long. You know what the problem is? I'll give you a second to think about it. Oh, we got a nice Canadian here. While you think about it, and you can't flip it, it'll be upside down. You have to go like this. A really nice Canadian. The only problem with, which, let's see who thought about this, is the money. Is the money. They're expensive, right? You're talking about a graded penny. I mean, between the shipping and what you paid for it, you're talking about, minimum. The cheapest one you're going to find today is $7, $8 if you're lucky. That's probably an auction. Much. If we go to, I'll go to, how much time we got? All right, we're all right. I'm gonna go to a penny, uh, and we're gonna go to one of the cheaper graded ones, the ones that I'm putting PCGS. I'm gonna go to buy it now, and we'll go to, yeah, I'll show you. All right, and then we'll go to lowest. Lowest first. All right, those aren't graded. And let's just see when we find our first graded coin. $5. It's a nickel. I put pennies in. All right, whatever. It's a nickel. And they're doing, they're doing standard. So first of all, it's so funny that there's already a problem with this. They're doing standard. You can't see it. They're doing for $2. They're doing standard eBay shipping, and they're between this the thickness of this of the coin holder, plus even if they just put it in, you can't put it into paper because it is probably going to rip the paper. So you have to put it into some sort of cardboard. Even in thin cardboard, it's going to be over a 1/4 inch wide. It's going to be about maybe slightly under a 1/2 inch, but way over a 1/4 inch. And that's the spacing, I think, is for the for delivery. So he's got the wrong shipping method in. That's number one. And it might just get sent back to him. This is the same person. So let's keep going. All right, here we go. The first penny, 1992 MS65. So $10, like I said. And how many of you got it $10 before it hits? These are all with let's see. I should have clicked free shipping. These are free shipping. You only got a few under 10, and then it's over 10. So, but that's if you're looking for the absolute most cheapest. I don't want to call it garbage, but not what you want, right? If you're buying what you want, you probably need more money, right? Like me, I would want like those Indian heads. Those Indian heads that I like, they're $800. MS 64, 65, 66 Indian heads are very expensive. How many do I own? None. I might have one from a long time ago, an Indian head that's graded, maybe AU something, and those are $100. 88. No flare G. So, obviously, coin grading's tricky, and you could lose a lot of money. It could be $50 to get a coin graded between shipping, insurance, and all the other junk put on top of it, taxes, and unless the coin's worth hundreds of dollars. If you paid $50 for a coin, you spend $50 to get it graded, and it's worth 100. Remember, eBay takes 15% of that. Plus, you have to charge shipping, so you might lose money. Even though it sounds like it's break even, it's not. I think that's copper penny number 10. It's not break even because after eBay takes its fees, you lost money. That might be the last copper penny. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. Getting into that aspect of it would probably be something that I would do later on. Again, after we move and I have a bigger office space to keep all my tools necessary. I just have no space around here, and I'm a little disorganized sometimes, so that obviously doesn't help. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I showed some extra different things today. I like to talk about things that I'm seeing and experiencing in my personal life, but mostly really in relating to numismatics and pennies and coins and relating to the channel, right? I talk about my spirituality on occasion, like I did the other day, but mostly it's about coin roll hunting and numismatics. I try to keep the videos to about 15 minutes long, but I think I've been failing pretty miserably lately. And hopefully, if you enjoy the content, you don't mind too much. Big shout out to all my members for continuing to support the channel. Big shout out to all the subscribers. I appreciate it, especially those of you who've been with me for a long time. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.